Let's go!
Let's go! Welcome in, McVin. Welcome in, Foul. Okay. Hey, before new tool gets introduced, let me get caught up here. Welcome in, Sarah. Got an insane run going on Mega Loot. That's the 3D Vampire Survivors, right? Okay, let's see. Does their neck go up this far? Not quite. That's fine. That's fine. Add mesh plane. Mesh face. Grab Z, put it like up here. Rotate 90 degrees along the X. Yeah. Make small. X-ray. Make a little bit smaller. Grab on the Z-axis. Put it like. What do they do? Like this? And then tab to edit mode. We want to grab faces. Excuse you. Oh, wait. I need a loop cut first. Okay, now grab this face. Grab the face, please. Thank you. Add the mirror. So inventory management roguelike, you think of Mega Bonk. Oh. Yeah, I mean, can you blame me? They have very similar titles, and also one of them is called Mega Loot. It feels like those could have been names for the same game, and I would have believed you. Grab. Put here. About here is good. Put that like here. And we're gonna grab both of these on the x-axis, slide it out just a little bit. We'll err on the side of big. Getting the same ad. You got 2 ads for a dustbin in a row? Wild. Brooke, welcome in. Happy Monday. Hopefully, start of the week is good for you. The past week, the community tab has just stopped working for you. Very strange. What browser are you using? I know for a while Twitch just didn't fucking work on Opera GX. Hmm. You do still use Opera? Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time that Twitch didn't work on Opera. Okay. What the fuck is going on with the knife tool? Interesting. Click on an edge, click on another edge, and then hit enter. Okay. So they're cutting from about where the lower like angle point is, and they're connecting it like between the mouth and the nose. Gotcha. Not for dustbins per se. You know when HOAs complain about visible trash? It's a solution for that. It's just a little shed for the bins. God, that is so stupid. I hate that so much. Like, what? When you do you expect people to not have trash? What the fuck are you talking about? It's, you know, the trash bin is the solution for the HOA complaint of having actual fucking trash in your yard. Why do we need another solution for the trash container? You need a trash container? What are you, fucking 12? I fucking hate HOAs, dude. Having to put the bin in the shed. It's ridiculous. Or, you know, have a fence. I feel like if you have a fence, that should solve that. I guess as long as it's not like chain link, because then that's completely see-through. If you have a nice wooden fence, you shouldn't be able to see the bin. Just put it behind the fence. Okay, so we knife from about here to about here. Oh, right. I need to move this down. Along the z-axis, yoink that down here. Okay. Do I want my model to have a nose? I don't know why I just don't fucking put noses on anything. Probably not. I can probably just not. Uh, let me get another look at this. So we have the one on the bottom. And then you have one that goes across. Okay, so I would have the one that goes across and the one that goes from the bot to the bottom of the nose and the top of the nose to get that like curve, but I just wouldn't add the little triangle in the middle. Okay. And then we add another one near the top. Okay. Noses are the devil, as are lips. No, lips are important. Though that's another one that I don't tend to draw with a lot of detail. The philtrum, yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Okay, so we slide this bad boy down here. Okay, so they moved it down. They moved that vertex down so it's at the bottom of the mouth. Okay. Grab on the z-axis, put it down where the mouth is. How do I find Christianese tutorials? You sent them to me, motherfucker! What are you talking about? Bro DMs me the tutorials and is like, damn, that's crazy. Where'd you find this really good tutorial at? Only cool people know about this channel. Oh, that's how I feel about them. These are great. They're easy to follow, and the style is like exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, we have the low one here, and then this goes across, and then slightly up. Massive dub. Extreme dub. I do appreciate you sending it to me. Okay, so we grab. And this just goes like straight across. If I press X, aha! The rules are consistent. And then we grab another one that goes like here. Like here is fine. And then like here-ish is good. Straight across. Okay, now we move these up so that they cover the whole head. Okay. Gotcha. And this can probably be this a little straightened out. There we go. Megaloot is a very number go up game and you love it. If it's inventory management as a game, that does sound very interesting. I may need to look into that. But there's also I don't know if you saw Toho Dystopia. Apparently there's a demo out for that and it comes out in a couple weeks and it's a character action roguelike with Toho characters. The games don't stop coming, dude. The games will simply never stop coming out until the year's end. infinite video games to play. I'm surprised that they cut it so close to where the hair covers, because I'm like, aren't the hair, isn't the hair gonna have bones? I feel like I'd be worried about it being exposed if the hair moves too much, but I don't know. I'm sure it gets figured out later on in the tutorial. We'll see. Is it another Toho game? Yeah, it's a fan game. Imagine if your hair had bones. What a concept. Let me grab these. And then you want this one to go even further out. Okay. Oops. We middle mouse for this. And then they said that these two move forward? Oh. Oh. I don't know what I did, but the Y key like separates them or some shit. I see. Okay. They grab like all three of these. And they do like that. There you go. That's a face. That's an face. Actual face confirmed. Wild. Wise, a cruel mistress, apparently. Before you learned what it does and how to fix it, you restarted an entire project? Bro, what happened to undo, bro? What happened to Control Z? Okay, before we do that, what a wee lad when it came to computer knowledge. Literally, the first time you properly used a computer was for both Blender and Python. That's insane. Holy moly, dude. Well, fair enough. I guess that would explain why you didn't know about Control Z. That's fucking crazy. Okay, so they had... I see. This... That goes straight. Okay, so we want to grab these. Because that one... You want that to be, like, straight across. There we go. That looks better. And then... You take the knife tool, connect these... Okay. Something like this. And then you connect these. And then you send this straight across. And now we're about to get rid of an extraneous edge. Okay. Dissolve edge. There we go. Okay. Let's grab this. Slides down a little bit. So we have a little bit more of a curve going on here. Just a little bit more. Not that low. Yeah, something like that. A little bit lower. Something like that. No, it's quite low. That's probably... Mm, that's probably fine. Okay. So we then realign. Yeah, that's a face. That's a face. I want to say... I feel like that one back there needs to move out more. Fill this out a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That's that's probably good. It's probably good.
Let's go!
Let's go! Welcome in, Monster. Happy Monday. Ah, the resource website, a classic. It's funny to think hanging out on a Spriter's resource when I was first getting into doing anything creative in the digital space, and it all comes full circle. Playlist reminds you of Mulch by DJ Max. The whole playlist? I feel like we've had some wildly different songs on the playlist so far. I feel it though. A lot of this has been very rhythm game type. I feel like there's been more than one genre on the playlist. Uh, let's see. Okay, hair time. That top is definitely not symmetrical in the front. I'm curious how they get that to work with the symmetry. I'm guessing they use the mirror modifier to make it and then apply that and then move some vertices around afterwards. Yeah, okay, they literally just say it. Oh hell yeah, it's cube time. Before that, I need to refill my drink. When you call a D&D party of only orc bards and orchestra, yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic. That's at least a solid couple of groans for sure. Raptors in a band call that music orchestral. I love I love Foul presenting puns in the format of dad jokes and Brooke presenting puns in the format of fucking Dracula flow. All right. Oh wait, let me finish seeing what they do with the cube. Okay. I like that that whole segment is just you make a cube, subdivide it, and then you just kind of feel it out. But at this point, after modeling all of this, I do feel like you would be at a point where you should be able to feel stuff out by now. Heard Dracula flow one time and came up with that stupid shiitake mushroom BS. Yeah, man, you only need to hear it once and it rewires your fucking brain. All right. Add mesh cube. This is mesh hair top. Grab on the z-axis. Scale, make it tiny. Scale, make it slightly less tiny. Doing the top hair on this is gonna be annoying for two reasons. One, I have this bit of hair that intrudes greatly on the on the on the top of the head because of the way that Eshura's hair works. She's got a little bit of, honestly, it doesn't even actually do this. It's more like these front sections are completely separated. So that's gonna be something. That sure is gonna be something. Oh brother, I might just have to take out the front section of the top of the hair entirely. And this whole thing will have to be bangs. And then there's also this shit, which this is definitely gonna have to be part of the top of the hair. I guess that might actually be a good thing. If I can, no, that might just need to be its own thing. That'll probably need to be its own thing. So where would this end? I guess it would end like here. Yeah, okay. It would end along this line. That's where the top of our hair stops. Okay. So then that would go like here. Oh, right. I always forget. We needs loop cut first. Delete faces. Mirror. Put that right there. Bring that down. Head's looking a little pointy, but that's alright. And then add some loop cuts. Add some right here, add some right here. And now we refine. Honestly, this is already good as it is. These, on the other hand, on the y-axis, bring you forward. Oh, I see. I was like, what the fuck is it lined up like that for? And go like, kind of like this. Along the y-axis, do a little something like this. We don't really need to follow the guide to the letter here. We want this to look convincingly rotund. Jade, welcome in. Do I want that to be... I probably want that to be pretty aligned with what else is going on here. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of this. $160p stream. Oof. Well, welcome in. I hope, aside from the internet, that you're having a good Monday. How's the head? We got the face, and we're working on the hair now. Brooks' head is fantastic. Don't even get me started, dog. Okay, so these would all want to be... Let's grab you. Maybe something to this effect. Nope, not what I wanted. And then you... or something like that. There we go. That's round. These... Ah, I see. Nope. Yeah, here we go. Okay. And then this is like up here. Okay, that makes more sense. Also, yeah, true. It's all low poly, so you don't need super high definition to begin with. I mean, the thing that would probably be most affected is the Blender UI, since that is still very much high definition. I have like a scratch on my eyebrow. I don't know how that happened. Something probably got on my face and bit me. As horrifying of a thought as that is, at least I wasn't awake for it. Money was slow, not much happened other than catching up with reading. Well, that's nice. Gotta count slow days as a blessing. What you reading? Okay, yeah, this is looking like a nice rotund head. As for what's going on here... Hmm. Probably want something like this. And then... this to be... Oh, hang on. We want a perfect top-down view. There we go. And this to be like... this, probably. There we go. That is probably better off like this, lining up with the lower hair so it can extend down this way. This flap will be separate and intersect as needed. It's looking pretty good. I do think that I want you further in. Yeah. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. Move you in like so. It still mostly lines up with the reference. Alright. Yeah, no, I think that looks good. Been keeping up with a couple of web novels. One about a guy who saves a kid from an assailant just to end up stabbed, gets isekai into a game he never played and becomes a henshin hero. Very cool. And the other about a stocky space merc that keeps getting caught up in trouble despite his best efforts. A classic. Yeah, Merc Troubles, classic. Name a better duo. Bro's just trying to make his way through the world. Okay, time for front hair, which is, like I said, going to be a nightmare because the bangs are like... the bangs are doing some wild shit, alright? I might have to compromise the way that Eshra's hair works for the sake of this not being an insane pain in the dick. I might just have her bangs just meet up right here. It'll be fine. It'll be A-okay. Modeling hair, can't imagine how shit that is. We'll see. It's going well enough so far. Bro, imagine hitting the bald toggle on this model and seeing the absolute fucking 16 head. Insane. You take the hair off this model and they're looking like Scar all of a sudden. Holy. I think you use 3 kite shapes? I probably could, but like I don't feel like it. It's my first low poly model. We gotta take out some of the more advanced concepts. She looks like Sinistar is crazy. Oh, they're extruding the bangs out of the face? What the fuck? Okay. Was not expecting that. Interesting. Interesting technique. Okay, I should start from here. If I want the hair to move, keep them separate. Yeah, I think doing this for the bangs makes sense, because the bangs you can afford to have them not move. Like you can have bangs just sort of attached to the head and have it look pretty normal. For the back of the hair, I would definitely want to have that be separate so it can have bones and such. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure in the first video they show the finished product in motion, and I'm pretty sure the hair does move around separate from the head, so I think it's just a matter of what you attach to what bones. Would it make that much of a difference if you apply physics to it? Couldn't you do it just to the bangs? Yeah, if you have control over each individual vertex, then yeah, you should be able to make it work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bangs on this model, they'll move a little bit, but that's like they're very stiff bones. I don't know if they're necessarily made literally in the same model as the head the way that it is here. But yeah, the bangs are definitely like they're not flowing like the back hair is. And that's just generally how it go for anime hair on models. Often, unless the bangs are super long, they tend to be kind of static. Okay. So we want to be in object mode. Join these bad boys. And you want these two to go a little bit further into the head. So, like, here. And you want to bring this up so that it lines up with the top hair. Okay. Something like this. Whoops. Something like this. I think we actually want to go a little bit higher. There we go. Do that so it lines up. There we go. However, if that's going to attach to another vertex here, which one am I attaching it to? It's the first one that comes out. So it would be this one, which means I probably want that to be further back. Hang on. On the Y, slide that, like, back here. Which means I want you to be further back. Which means I want you to be further back. There we go. That might still be too far forward. Yeah, you kind of want it to follow the face. So yeah, this needs to be even further back. Like here. The other day, you were looking for a reference and looked at some Lambda 11 character select art, and one of them depicts Lambda dashing forward and her bangs are splitting apart. You rarely see anyone bother to draw that effect. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Switch gave you targeted ads. A rare desire, but this dustbin closet ad and indigestion habits are pissing you off. That's why you gotta let your internet browser collect data about you so that way you can get targeted ads. And you're trying to figure out how anime hair reacts to the wind. Yeah, you just, I don't know, buy a wig, and a fan, and a high speed camera. You'll be all right. A little bit more like that. There we go. That makes the hair so sharp. What are you talking about? Why can't I fucking rotate this? That's it. I'm about to start pressing buttons. Okay. 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 I think I understand. So if I press this, and then aha! We got it. I think all three of you should go like this. Yeah, it'll do. And then from here, we grab this bad boy and this bad boy, and we extrude. And then take this and extrude. Hang on. Before extruding, I should have been in orthographic mode. Okay, let's try that again. Extrude. Grab this, extrude. Yeah, see, here I run into a problem in that her bangs obscure her face. That is definitely not the case for the reference model, which means this would be part of... This would all be part of the bangs. So it's not super applicable here for this. I guess I could still have... We can modify this and have this come out of the face, and then this part here will be part of the bangs. A part of the, like, front hair. And have it, like, overlap with this. Okay. That's probably cleaner anyways. We'll do that. We'll do that. Whoops. Hang on. Okay. That should be about where I was. Okay. We select these. And then merge at last. And then we grab these. Merge at last. And then... What did they do for this one? Okay, so you just merge for these as well. Merge at last. There we go. They're a bit forward facing, but it'll do. I think that these need to be brought forward. I actually don't think that solves anything. I don't know why I thought to do that. Thank you for the hydrate. I feel like the thing that I actually need to do is just bring this forward. There. That makes more sense. Mm, but that means this needs to be brought outward, which... Hmm... It's already... I don't know. Hmm. Because this is looking quite narrow, and I feel like I don't want that. So I guess I should take these, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. All of these guys should be stretched a little further outward. That looks a little better. Feel you can sleep? Nice, nice. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a good EP and a good day tomorrow. And now I am thinking that these need to be brought forward. To have a more consistent radius around the head. This is looking alright, this is looking alright. I still think the bang here is looking a little narrow, but the front hair is hopefully going to make up for that. Okay. Now what from here? Interesting that it's not actually connected to the top of the head at that point. Okay, before I do that, I want to try and read the web novels. You can post them in the Discord. Absolutely post them in the Discord. Somebody might read them. I'm not going to lie to you. I probably will not read them, not because they don't sound interesting, but because I'm just fucking busy. I'm I'm working full time and streaming, and there's 800 games that came out last week, and I'm trying to learn Blender. I'm just somebody that does a whole lot of things. I never did have a whole lot of time to read at like any point in my life. Extrude? Oh, hang on. Now extrude. Extrude to like here. Merge at last. Oh. What? What? How did I do that? I selected... What? Hang on. They're not actually connected. Wait, what the fuck is happening? Okay, so if I then extrude... If I extrude this, like so... Is it... It's not a... Hang on. It is. It is a face. Why was... That's bizarre. Why are you like this? Okay, if I grab this... What are you fucking talking about, dog? What? Why are you like this? Hang on. When you said merge, did you lie to me? The fuck is wrong with you? Okay, there we go. I don't know what the hell that was about. Merge at last. Okay, that was really weird. This goes here. Pretty sure that I can just merge these two. Merge at last. That just makes sense. You put this here. I probably want to knife tool another vertex onto here so I can bend it a little bit. And then this one... Can I just, like, do that? Wait a minute. Again! This shit is... It's gaslighting me, dude. Delete vertice. We don't need that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. And then... Give me a knife. Connect that to... this. And then put that there. Get a little bit of curve to it. There we go. That's probably good. That's a little side hair. There is also this, but I think that'll be part of the front hair bang. We'll figure that out. I'm gonna be training for its career in City Hall. That's what I'm saying, dude. What the fuck, bro? When I say merge vertexes, I actually mean something when I say that. Now I gotta check. Yup, there's just a random. There's just a loose fucking vertex that's right here. For fuck's sake. Any others? Okay, that one's good. Where else did I merge vertexes? These? Is this one good? Yeah, that one's good. How about you? Okay. Okay, you're looking good. And we already checked you. Whoops. Okay. What's next? Okay. So, time for a little bit of fill. And then from, what was it, here to the jaw, fill here as well. There we go. There we go. Shrimple enough. Hmm. That's one way to do it. Holy. Hmm. Okay, so that's how you do that. Oh boy. The bottom is going to be definitely definitely much more of a thing on this model. I think for in this case I would want to model it down to here, because this would basically just be our segment. Hey, Bob Rossing, welcome in, Mino. Happy Monday. We are, yeah, we're doing something similar to Bob Rossing. Okay, so this we would just want to extrude down more or less. So let me grab this, extrude. Yeah, we'll put this like here for now. Bob didn't 3D model, but kind of the same. Yeah, it's sculpting is kind of like painting. Was it N? Yeah, here we go. That it's 0. We'll do like this. There we go. Okay, how do I make you go away? Okay, excellent. Sure hope that any mistakes are reduced to happy little accidents. We'll get there. I think this I would want to merge with this point. Would I want it to be like that? Let's see. This goes like this. This hair goes way more out than that. Be like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do about. I guess I could just fill as needed. We'll do that later. For now, we have our hair extending out like so. And I guess that's just good. Yeah, it's just good as it is. All right. Bottom hair. Let's see. That would be basically the end of it. Once that's done, that needs to slope down some more. Hang on. That do not look right. Go like this. Like this. That'll do. You suddenly understand why so many early 3D robot girls tend to look like that? Yeah. Yeah, they be polygonal. Yeah, the bangs will the bangs will help with the face shape. I do think that the hair should just be bigger in general because of the way that low poly models are. They tend to have slightly more exaggerated proportions because, you know, it was meant to be low res. You didn't have a lot of pixels to work with. Details needed to be not too subtle. So I think it would just look better if I just made the hair just go up a bit. But I should probably reserve judgment until it's done, and then I can see how it actually looks, and then I'll figure out from there if I need to scale anything up. I gotta trust the process. Let me think. It's 8:30. We're like literally halfway through. I could leave this as it is and work on cars because I recently got very much into Car Mechanic Simulator. Or we can finish the model because we're on like the last step of gray boxing. I will flip a coin. Their general head and fake hair shape. Yeah, no. My addendum was not meant to contradict that point in any way. See, modeling is slow to learn today. Imagine back then. Yeah, no kidding. You want to see me yell at cars? Okay. Okay. Since someone has expressed interest, I will flip the coin with advantage for cars. So I'll flip it twice. If either of them are heads, then I will go work on car. And in true fashion, the first time I flip the coin, it never works. Okay, let's try that again. That's tails. Fuck. My hand-eye coordination is dog shit. Okay, it's tails. The fucking fates demand that I finish this model. +2 advantage for car, and it was tails every time. It's crazy. I even secretly flipped it a third time, and it was tails again. What's happening with my eyes? That's a good question. What is happening with my eyes? I think it's because I was, like, moving around a lot. Okay. When flipping by hand, odds are biased towards whatever side is face up. Ah. I try not to look at the coin when I flip it to avoid, like, and to avoid any sort of bias one way or the other. So I don't know what side was facing up when I flipped it. Maybe it was tails facing up when I flipped it. Mm. Oh, focus mode. Okay, before we do that, we'll have to finish this out, which, that means that if it is going to be all solid like that, it's going to have to connect to the back of the head. That'll be interesting. We'll figure it out. Kind of weird to find patterns in essentially random events. That's the human brain, bro. Like, we are so in fucking need of pattern recognition that our brains will just force it. It'll just force it anywhere. Do a little bit of that. And then I guess we basically just extrude the hair down. So if I do this and then extrude, I don't know what I really need to do side hair wise to connect these. I may not need to do a separate thing for side hair. These look like they can just connect, now that I think about it. And before we do the front, let's finish out the side. Extrude this again to here. That tapers to a point. But what that actually is, if I merge these here, that's going to do some wild shit. So instead, I would want to merge these two together. Or I would want to merge these two together. How do I actually want this to look? And we would need extra flaps. Okay, one thing at a time. Let's get the basic shape down first. It perished so fast it didn't even register on my overlay chat. That's crazy. So let's grab these, merge at last, and then if... Okay, cool. It merged correctly. We do want this to taper to a point, so this would go up. So this would go like this, probably, and then you would go here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks about right. And I can tell that I want to have another segment here as far as bones go, so I probably just want to loop cut here. Yeah, just loop cut this. Then grab you to put you here. Let's get a nice curve going here. That means I actually want this to go like this. Look at that. Okay. How will I incorporate extra flaps? I think the flaps I will have to add after I learn how to do the bangs, because I'll probably want to implement them in a similar way. So for now, grab you. Actually, how is this lined up? I see, I see. What if I grab you and drag you down here? What did that do here? That's like perfect. Yeah, I want to vaguely follow a line. There we go. This will go like this-ish. Close enough. All right. That's looking nice. I think... Yeah. Yeah, that's about how I want that to look. Excellent. And I guess from here, I would want to close it up. Or do I want to do the bangs first? Because depending on... Actually, right, I would extrude and then taper to a point. It would be like how they did the spikes. Okay. So we have a spike here, and I guess a spike here. Or I guess it would be out of this and out of this. And then the flaps would probably be an extrusion out of here. Okay, let's do that as a practice run. Grab you, wrong one. Grab you. Extrude out. Then you want to select... Actually, let's do this, because I do want it to, like, sweep back. So merge at last. Wait, no, I would just merge at center. Merge at center. And then just do a little bit of this. And that's probably perfect as it is. I could loop cut and then have it sweep backwards. Oh, it comes out of this one. Okay, hang on. It comes out of this one and then sweeps back. I can fix that. We want to select this. Extrude. Merge at center. And then we take a loop cut. What the fuck? Hang on. Please. What do you mean I can't do it here? Okay. I guess before merging them. There we go. Now I can merge. Merge at center. I probably didn't want that loop cut there. We want it closer to... a little bit closer to the base. There we go. Merge at center. And just do like this. Shrink that a little bit. There we go. Yeah, those definitely need to come out a little bit. I think I can dissolve this? Dissolve vertice. And then I can, like... or not. What if I... What if I join these two? Or merge. Merge at last. There we go. Actually, no, because I need the... I need it to bend. No, that's too much. Yeah, that's right where it needs to be. I think that's probably... That's probably good. That's probably good. Okay. It's almost 9. I'll leave it here because Foul did explicitly say they want to see me yell at Car. So I want to make sure that car time gets at least an hour. But yeah. This is going good so far. We got the little side cow licks. And it should be pretty easy to add the spikes for the lower part of the hair. And then we close it up and we finish out the tutorial. I'll probably end up doing that off stream just because, like, I'm not planning on streaming tomorrow or Wednesday, and I don't know, maybe I'll stream it, maybe I won't. We'll see. But, okay. Time to switch over. Let's boot her up. Let's see. To hop in here. Grab Car Mechanic Simulator. Let me make sure game is not too loud. Okay. What do we got? Ooh. We got some shit. Bring me the... You know we gotta work on the Z. Damn, this thing looks like shit. A very nice patina on the lime green sections of it. I don't know if these are mismatched paint or if these parts of the car are just truly encased in rust. But that's probably not my problem. Yeah, this car has seen better days for sure. All right, what are we doing? General running gear control and repair. Sway bar and a rear axle knuckle. Okay. We're probably gonna need to get this bad boy in the air for that. Don't mind the Mini Cooper in the back there. It's here. Hang on. It's all done, but there's like 4 mystery problems with the car that I don't know how to diagnose yet. Oh, actually, let me audio test this game. Okay, so you could be louder. Let's try this again. Little bit louder. There we go. Also, we need working on car music. Hang on. We need working on car music. That's more like it. Okay. Getting hit by an ad for a Lich King Playmo? What? I was not aware that was a thing. Okay, what are we looking for? Sway bar front end link. Sway bar B. Sway bar front end link. Which one are we changing? Because everything under here looks like shit. So I can't go by visual. Sway bar front end link A. Sway bar front end link A. But the wheels need to come off. Okay. Now you can come out. I didn't even need to... Hang on, I could have still been in the screen. This thing has seen better days. Sway bar front end link A. And then put the wheel back on. Always star pattern when rethreading stuff. Well, not rethreading. When screwing stuff in. Always hit your star pattern. What else did you need? Rear axle knuckle housing B. Rear axle knuckle housing B. Okay. Is that... I assume that is different from this one. This should be knuckle housing A. Wait. They're both knuckle housing B. Okay. Okay, this one definitely looks shittier. So you gotta come off. It's just like has the same workflow vibes as you get from Modded MC. Yeah, it's very therapeutic when you're doing it for fun and not as a job where you have to do it fast, and also if you fuck up, people yell at you. Now I'm the one that gets to do the yelling. Okay, this is in the way. Which I can't take off because this is in the way. I still can't take this out because this is in the way. Oh yeah, we gotta disassemble the whole brake system. Of course. Realistically, I knew that, but sometimes this game lets you take shortcuts and remove parts in a way that is truly impossible. Like that, the fucking sway link, I'm pretty sure I would need to take off more than just the wheel if I wanted to fucking get back there. Alright. Rear axle, knuckle housing B. Rear axle, knuckle. B. Touches your oil pan. Stop! Leave my fucking oil pan alone. I'll get into my issue with the fucking oil pan when we do an oil change. Guarantee it won't be long before a car comes in for an oil change, and then we can talk about that. Alright, you ought to be good. Get the fuck out of my shop. Okay. I did get an OBD tool. Oh wait, no, I already used it on you. So that was not the problem. What else can I get? Fuel pressure, compression. So that Mini Cooper had a bad camshaft, so I feel like the knock-on effects would be compression. And it's only 300 bucks. Let's give this a shot. Let's see if that's what's wrong with you. Compression tester. The engine block has seen better days. This one with comrade and engine block. Yeah, those have seen better days, but it's not the end of the world. Is that what you needed? No. Okay. Let's do another. Ooh, bonus. Hell yeah, give me that. Imagine having beef in the oil pan. Monster! You don't, what? What the fuck is this? Bro, they got the damn ailerons on. This is a taxi. What is happening? This would be so ridiculously unsafe to lift with these things in the way. We would definitely have to take these off realistically. Alright, what do you need? What is wrong with you aside from... Change coolant fluid. That's it? That's it? You're sure? You're sure that all you need is coolant? Okay. Not the tire tread tester. God damn it, I get the icons mixed up sometimes. Makes full contact with the car wings. Okay, well thankfully, if they just need coolant, they don't need to get lifted. The client knows what they want, true. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll do what you pay me for. Nothing more, nothing less. Get your coolant nice and full. Alright. Get this fucking sack of shit out of my shop. Oh. Ah, here we go. Change oil. There. Hey, nice fake DHL livery. I dig it. I always wanted to be a fleet mechanic. Well, always is a strong term. Once I had finished trade school for working on cars, I always thought the ideal work environment would be being a fleet mechanic, so I don't have to deal with, like, regular people customers. I would have, you know, the company people as, like, a consistent customer base. I want no wheelchairs in my taxi. He's gonna get nothing but wheelchairs in his taxi if he keeps on clipping people when he pulls up. Alright, you needed... yeah, just a drain oil. Guys, if you... I feel like this is very unlikely for my viewers currently, but if you ever find yourself in the unlikely scenario that you have a shop pillar lift and you're lifting a tall vehicle like a van or a truck, be very aware of the ceiling. I remember when I was in fucking... when I was in school, we had this one van. It was shaped very much like this. I think it was a transit van. And somebody was lifting it and was not paying attention to where the ceiling was. And the thing ended up pinned to the ceiling. And it like jammed up the lift, so it was stuck there until we could get a service person in. And I do not envy the service person that had to come in and unjam a lift with that is like actively hoisting up an entire fucking van. That probably was a little nerve-wracking. Alright. You moved the oil drain under the car. The tutorial for this game was doing an oil change. And that was where my problems with this game began. It's otherwise been very fun, very therapeutic, but something that very much annoys me about this is to drain your oil. First of all, where's the oil filter on this bad boy? Ah, there we go. It's under there. That's nice, nice and pointing straight down. Alright. So the way that the game tells you to do the oil change is click the drain pan, use equipment so that the oil magically comes out of the engine. Mind you, there is an oil drain bolt that is modeled on this car, and you've seen me take off wheels. The game is more than happy to make you unscrew fasteners when you want to get parts out. Why they didn't have you unfasten the drain bolt to get the oil to come out for one of the most common tasks of vehicle maintenance is beyond me. And then it tells you, go ahead and move the oil pan, the oil drain back where it goes, and then click on suspension to get to the oil filter, and then take out the oil filter. You know, that thing that's definitely going to have residual oil in it, and it's gonna get all over the fucking floor because you moved the oil drain back to where it was? The fuck were they thinking, man? I'm sure every person who's ever worked on cars that has played this game has has said this exact thing about this process. All right, we got inline 4 filter. I4 filter. It's like the fucking Nickelodeon slime show. Answer wrong and get the engine oil. Holy. Right. That's good. Bring it back down. Make sure you stand clear. What the? It's roomy in here. All right. I would be... Where's the dipstick? Oh, hell nah. It's past the fucking manifold? Hang on. How would I actually reach into this? What the fuck? I don't think you can... Can you? Can that fit through the gap? There's no way. It's like perfectly blocked by the manifold. You would have to like reach around through this gap, pray that your arms are long enough, or get a fucking get a fucking step ladder. Reach for that oil dipstick and pull it through the gap. Just get little dribbles of oil all over the fucking place, because you know your ass is not getting a fucking shop towel in there with it. That looks like a real pain in the ass. My short ass was always annoyed when a car that was a little too big would come into the shop, because it's always a fucking mile deep into the engine bay to get to anything. And I just couldn't reach. And you know, if you lean on the front of the car, somebody's gonna get on your ass for not having a fender cover on, because your fucking belt buckle is gonna scratch up the paint. So yeah, I did not like working on big cars. They were good because the engine bay was roomy. Like I said, you know, you would have room, you would have space to work at the very least. But when it's got shit like this, and I have to reach, it sucks. Thankfully, in this game, you don't have to check the dipstick. All you gotta do, take the plug off and just fill it until it spills over. Don't even worry about it. How much oil do you put in? What's the oil spec? Don't worry about it. Just grab the Walmart brand motor oil and just fill it until it starts spilling all over the engine, and you're good to go. That's an oil change. All right. Get out of here. What else can I use on this fucking Mini? I can try the fuel pressure meter. It's also only 300. I guess I should try the tire tread. 80%. Oh yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, those tires are fine. Fuel pressure. Fuel injectors look fine. Fuel filter looks alright. Fuel pump looks alright. Alright. Was that any of the things that you needed? Nope. The fuck is wrong with you, man? No, because whatever parts this thing needs are probably very expensive. I'm still kind of broke. We gotta work our way up to working on fucking supercars. That's thinking with your dipstick. Yes, that's the Jiffy Lube guarantee. We're doing Jiffy Lube oil changes around these parts. Windshield washer fluid. Bro, can I get some real work around here? What the fuck? I got people coming in for fluid fillings, and then I have the Mini Cooper that's a fucking playing a fucking ARG with me. Can I get some real work that is not the most cryptic shit I've ever seen? There's gotta be a middle ground here. There is never a middle ground. You're so right. Welcome in, Sky. Happy Monday. Man, yeah, just a little bit over the line. You gotta be good. Get out of here. Engine oil, inspect and replace filters. Brake system needs fixing. Oh, this one gives me bonus money. We gotta. Oh, you're also green. This is how you feel about this, Foul? It's round. It's round, but also square and very green. So many noises in this game that you're not sure are in the real world. Got that car ASMR. Oh no, these are definitely real noises. I can guarantee you that. It's a Range Rover. Yeah, it would be good for off-roading. Though this is a newer Range Rover. I don't know how good it would be for off-roading. If you got like an older model, it'd be great for it. Alright, what are we doing with you again? ABS, brake caliper, disc, and pad. Okay. Start with the ABS module, that's easy. Damn, yeah, it sure does need a new one. ABS. Oh, right. I gotta go to the electronics store for that one. Even for little things like this, I still try to star pattern just to build the habit. Alright, and then brakes. That's the best part, they're more luxury SUVs nowadays than actual off-roading SUVs. Yeah, they're rich people SUVs nowadays. Okay, time to activate detective vision. Okay, so that brake needs work. I think that's the pad on that one. That looks alright. And then this one's fucked up. Okay, so it's the front tires that need work. Doing brakes was always fun because you always worried that some motherfucker was gonna accidentally step on the brakes while doing something else on the car, and then you gotta bleed the whole damn system because it clamps the calipers down and you can't put them back on the damn disc. Yeah, this whole thing's gotta go. And pads gotta go. Alright. What do we got? Whoops. So we need... Not inventory. Not that either. It was caliper, disc, and pad. Okay. Caliper, disc, pad. Caliper, and we need ventilated and pad. You get the nice brake disc. I probably should have put the new brake disc on with the new brake system. But I don't know, maybe the slightly worn parts and the new parts being mixed like this will balance each other out. Maybe. That's what I'll tell them. Okay. We all good? Thanks for your money. What else can I get? Electronic multimeter. Yes, please. That one's even cheaper than the other stuff. Alright. Is this what you need? Are you fucked up electronically? I'm running out of, like, other tools that I can use on this. Okay, there's a bunch of shit. Was it any of that? What do you fucking need? Alright. Ooh. Poor brake performance. Oh yeah, bro's been rallying this bad boy. The brakes are probably caked in salt and mud. It's been causing some erosion. That's probably what's wrong with it. If it ain't broke. It doesn't appear to be broke. Nothing on it appears to be broke anymore, but they won't let me send it out because something's wrong with it. What the fuck is wrong with it? The discoloration's pretty bad. This one, ooh, fender's a little bent up too. Oh, okay, this one's just like the Range Rover. There we go. Nothing little WD-40 can't fix. ABS module. That poor, is it legally distinguishable Honda or officially a Honda? It's, it looks like a mix between Evo and a WRX. But it does have the H emblem on it. That is, it's definitely legally distinct, whatever it is. Yeah, it's seen better days. Ooh, the rims on it are clean, though. They had enough sense in them to get those cleaned, I guess. Alright. Front's bad, front passenger needs work, and rear driver. And front driver, okay. Cool. Each wheel except for rear passenger has its own shit going on. Remember, if you see a troublesome bolt on the wheel, make sure you figure that one out first. You don't want the stubborn nut to be the last one you take off, because then as you're hammering away on it and trying everything in the kitchen sink at it, it's like bending because it doesn't have anything else holding it on to the like axle. So, you know, you could end up breaking it off, and then you got the hella new problems. God forbid the lug breaks off inside the rotor. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't need to come off. X-ray vision for working on cars. You know how handy that would be? Dude, not only X-ray vision, but you just get to magically see how fucked up every individual component is. Brother. You'd be a millionaire in days. But then nobody would believe you. They'd just be like, "Ah, you're just saying that. You're just saying that to get my money." Certainly didn't have that one happen. Yep. We all learn one way or another. Alright, that should be everything. 2 calipers and a disc. Oh, hang on. Whoops. Reek. Foul has certainly gotten what they wanted. Yeah, 2 calipers and a disc. 2 and disc. Forgot to put the damn wheel on. I probably should have rotated the wheels, but fuck it, I didn't feel like checking the tread depth, and they're not paying me for a rotation. So whatever, you get the RNG special. To think these wild-ass machines are what run American society? Yep, it's quite the modern marvel. And if you look at the older cars, it's, you know, it looks like a complete mess, but when you actually can see what every individual part is, it starts to feel a lot less overwhelming. When it's like, oh, okay, every little bit in here does something. Alright, we good? Fuck out of here. Did I get an skill point? I sure did. Let's see. I'm doing a whole lot of screwing and unscrewing. This would be helpful. Car wash? Not a bad idea. What's the cheaper? Change the look? Nah, I don't need that. Okay, yeah, this is the cheap thing. I hope this means that people will now send cars in to pay me to wash their cars in addition to other stuff. I'm trying to get more money per order. Filters. For brake performance. Ooh, bonus XP? Don't mind if I do. Come to think of it. Parking the car wash. Okay. What do you need? Brake fluid and windshield washer fluid. What do you mean drain the windshield washer fluid? Why? It's not fucking... It's not like corrosive. You don't... There's no expiration date on this shit. What are you fucking talking about? Maybe they accidentally put like coolant in there or something, and that's why they need to drain it. It's possible. I've definitely seen that happen. Okay, what was it brake fluid? Yeah, brake fluid. Can we, like, zoom in? I can barely see the max fill line. Okay. Yeah, there we go. You ever thought the worst that could happen is that they put detergent in there or something? I mean, you probably wouldn't want to do that either. Alright. There you go. That didn't pay shit. Now this is this is old rust bucket territory. Classic taxi. I don't think a car wash is gonna help too much here. This is rust. If anything, the car wash is gonna make this worse. Change oil. And then fuel oil and air filter. Okay. Let's start with the filters. Oh, whoops. There we go. Surprised these aren't come in from the junkyard. These are some dire looking cars. Oh, don't worry. Once I hit level 5, we can check out the junkyard and you'll see the true meaning of dire. Air filter. That's an ignition coil? I thought that was the fucking oil filter. Okay, fuel filter. And then oil filter should be somewhere. Oil filter is probably on the bottom. Let's get you in the air. That oil looks surprisingly good. I guess they're, you know, the car is rusty as shit, but I guess they're doing their oil changes regularly. And yeah, we're gonna do this my way. I'm gonna leave the drain pan down here while I change out the oil filter. Okay. Filter. Hang on. Fuel filter. Filter 1 carb. And then oil filter V8. Overhead valve. Okay, you can leave now. What do you call those machines used to shave off rust and stuff? I don't know if there's like one specific machine for that. There's like submersion. Submersion? Is that what it is? There's like these big tanks that you can put parts in and you like fill it with rust killer solution. And there's also media blasters. So those are the two that come to mind. I think media blasters are super cool. And then fuel filter. Almost forgot to put the damn oil in. Time to inflate this engine big and round with oil. We do love a good overflow around these parts. Alright. You are good to go. Ooh, suspension work? Don't mind if I do. This is looking pretty well maintained. A little bit of dust on it, but that's fine. Sandblaster? Yeah. Well, I mean, I say media blaster because it can be stuff other than sand. But sand's like the common one. Didn't know those? Yeah, it's like it almost looks like a paint shop, but instead of paint, it's just blasting granules of stuff at giga high speed. I'm talking like pressure washer speed. That stuff will tear your flesh from your bones with ease, much like a water pressure washer. And that's good for like shaving rust off basically, and getting off anything that's really stubborn, or if you wanted to strip the paint off of something. Yeah, it's super cool. I never got the opportunity to use one because those tend to be, you tend to need to specialize in that sort of thing. All right, what are we doing with you? Tie rod ends and front sway bar. Okay, let's get you in the air. And this is a good practice in general. Even if it's just the game mechanic being like on the ground versus in the air for tire stuff and in the air for under the car stuff. This is a good practice. You want to lift it up a little bit and then jostle the car to see if it's going to fall off before lifting it all the way. Because you don't want to find out that the car is not securely mounted on the lift when you're under it. Make sure it's nice and close to the ground so if it does fall off, there's no big deal. Alright, we're looking for these. Looks like those need to be taken out, and then to be fair, I know, Sky, you said, wouldn't it be so convenient if you could do this IRL? I guess this is basically what, like, a Master Tech is doing. Like, once you've been in the business long enough, there is definitely a point where you can just look at stuff and you just know. You're like, oh, this is fucked up. You can tell just by looking at it. The way that it is. It's bad. So these gotta go, and that's gotta go. Alright. Which means the wheels gotta come off. And you, outer tie rod. Ah, right. Wheels gotta come off for this too. I was actually thinking about a thing that looks like a buzzsaw, but it's used for shaving. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if that's a specific tool or if you can just use an angle grinder for that. Tie rod, outer tie rod. We need 2 of these bad boys. And we need a front sway bar A. Front sway bar A. Nope. You gotta star pattern it. Ugh, this thing has a fucking lug nut cover. Fuck this rim. I hate these things. It's so unnecessary. What are you, afraid that people are gonna see that your wheel has lug nuts? Shut the fuck up. Are you afraid of people seeing your nuts? Grow up. Alright, everything's done. Come and get it, customer. Your car is 8 feet in the air. I don't give a shit. That's your problem. You know what? Light maintenance, it looks like, and for bonus XP, fuck it. Get it in here. How expensive could it be? Oh, it's white. My favorite, bro. With the black trim on it. Ah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am, though. Give me the wrong sized ones. Listen. That's a skill issue. Brake fluid, power steering, and windshield washer. No drain, huh? Okay. Brake, power steering, and windshield. Oh, right, it's a frunk. Really? Really? This is where you put the battery? I figured that would be, like, off to the side. This is getting into your frunk space. It's the legally distinct Corvair C81. Oh, man, and what a legally distinct car it is. It is an absolute beauty. And then brake fluid. There we go. What was the other thing you needed? Power steering? You know, you'd think the... No, it would be with the engine. It would be with the engine because the power steering pump has to be, like, on the serpentine belt. Fuel engine filter... Air filter... Ah, there you are. It's tucked away in the corner. Man, you can't get like more of this to come off? How am I, realistically, how am I supposed to work on anything in here? You're reaching all the way over this like 10-foot wide rear fender, or you're reaching over this big ass wing? That's, like, this needs to be attached to the trunk so that it's out of the way when this shit... And this whole middle segment needs to come up with the trunk, man. What are we doing here? You don't want any scratches or dents or oil stains or any liquid stains on your car ruining your paint job? And you make the engine bay like this? What are you talking about, dude? You just have intangibility when you need it. Bro, that's what the engineers are banking on, I guess. And realistically, it's not the engineer's fault. I know. We like to meme on engineers for making this shit unnecessarily complicated, but it's the fucking manufacturers telling the engineers to make it complicated. The engineers are just problem solving because the manufacturers want to fit a fucking W12 engine inside of a Honda Fit level of engine bay space. It's not their fault. We blame the suits. Truly the buck ends at them. Is that gonna stop me from memeing on the engineers? Obvious. Of course not. But, you know, you gotta know who the real enemy is. Ah, it was nice just to be able to look at a car that beautiful, though. Ooh! Get that in here. This is... mayhem. You know this motherfucker has got their Instagram on their window somewhere. They got their... On the rear window, you're gonna get the Instagram tag, and you're gonna get their best lap times right above that. This is the motherfucker that's gonna bring his car in and be like, don't use air tools when you take off my wheels. They'll scratch up the rim. Take off the lug nuts by hand. Use the breaker bar. Like, yeah, okay, dude. Are you gonna sit here and watch me use the breaker bar on all of your lug nuts that you didn't use a fucking torque wrench on and screwed to fucking 100 foot-pounds? It's not a truck, dude. Your car probably needs like 40 foot-pounds. Relax. And if you're not gonna sit here and watch me do it, I'm using the air gun. Fuck you. Two air filters? This car is bougie. You know, oil change and all filters. Okay. Looks like a damn jewel bug. I do... Okay. The shape of the car, I'm a big fan of. The colors are going kind of crazy. What the fuck is this mismatched front and rear bumper color? And it's not like, oh, he just didn't paint it yet. He put the fucking stripe on. What is this mismatched green, dude? What is this we made Jade Cocoon into a car looking ass? What are you talking about? Oh, right. Right, of course this is a rear engine. air filter. Damn, he does have 2 air filters. Sheesh. What's in the way? Really? Really? You didn't make that, like, putting in the screws? That's just, like, part of the process? I have to take those off individually? What? Oh my god. That's just not necessary. You put the clips on one side and you put the hinge on the other side. What are you fucking talking about? Yeah, that air filter's seen better days. Customer's always right, so all you can do is roast the customer when they're not looking. Yeah. And then burn their clutch when you have to take it to the car wash because you don't know... You don't know how their clutch pedal feels since you don't drive it every day like they do. What was it? Air filters, fuel filter, oil filter. Aha. Thank you for being conveniently placed for once, fuel filter. Let's get this motherfucker into the air. Never walk away from the car while it's lifting. Pay it. You gotta fucking lock in when the lift is in motion. Don't be like me. And ooh, V10 beauty. Okay. Of course, the air filter's seen better days. Been carrying a guy who keeps getting high off their own fumes. That's what I'm saying, dude. And probably cologne. There was one dude that used to come into Subaru, and I would always know it's the same guy. Because the way I'd recognize, I don't even see the driver by the time the car gets into where I'm working on it. But I know it's the same guy that owns the car. Because he'll have this strong fucking cologne in the glove compartment. And it's like unsecured, so if it tips over, it like spills out. I don't know why. I don't know what fucking cheapo, as Mino would put it, Chinesium cologne spray bottle this dude's got that it can't hold the damn liquid in. It was always a pain in the ass, because if I gotta change the cabin filter, you have to, like, Indiana Jones that shit so the cologne doesn't spill out all over the interior. Which was very annoying. And that dude would come in, like, every month. V10 oil filter, 980. Oil filter V10 980. Air filter A. Air filter A. Okay, well that's not very helpful. Air filter type A. Thank you. 2 of those, please. And then a fuel filter. Dad had a similar issue, except he was the customer. Yeah, I mean, some people are just like that. Okay, be gone with you. I can't believe these clips are individual parts. What the fuck? Like a true simulator, everything's a fucking pain in the ass. Until it's time to work on your own car, and then everything is my precious baby. Again, really suboptimal place for that fill plug and the dipstick, because you gotta reach all the way in. And God forbid you spill a drop of oil anywhere, they're gonna know. 0 out of 10 they didn't give the oil laminar flow. I mean, we're probably using the Walmart stuff. You think this car is getting royal purple like the owner likes to put in it? They shouldn't have come to fucking take 5. Take 4, I guess. I didn't put the fuel filter back in. I'm a fuck it. Oh wait. That's here. Okay, phew. I thought I was gonna have to lift the car again. Okay. 155 credits for that? You kidding me? I can't give him the luxury tax for bringing in what is clearly an Audi? Come on, man. Where's my dealer markup option? Tesla or Ram? I feel like working on an electric car would be interesting. Take 5's always done good by you. Listen, they were just the first ones to come to mind that weren't Jiffy Lube. Yep, I don't know what I expected. Alright, what do you need? Front shock absorber cap. That's it? Okay, let's get you in the air. It's because FOW is unhateable. It's true. It's this one. Alright. Wheels gotta come off. Realistically, the whole damn suspension's gotta come out. So never mind, this will be more interesting than I anticipated. Wait, what? 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 Really? I guess, oh no, I guess it's got the, you can pull it out through the engine bay. Okay. And that fastener is realistically, yeah, you can get your hands in there once the tire's out. Honestly, you may not even need to take the tire out if your arms are small enough. Okay. Never mind. That's believable. There's my spring compressor. For the love of God, use an actual spring compressor. Don't do any of that shit you see on TikTok or whatever. Life hacks and suspension parts don't fucking mix. Front shock absorber cap. Shock cap. Internet's working good again? Ah, excellent. Ah, yeah. No, sure enough, I didn't even need to take the wheel off. $1080p, my beloved. Let's go! We're good. Get out of here. Yeah, get the ram in here. Fuck it. Oh, it's that fucking diarrhea baby vomit grain. Ugh. I've never seen a ram in this color, and I never want to. This is not the move, dog. Leaf spring and bushing. Okay, let's get you into the air. Swamp monster for real, dude. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, right, leaf spring. I'm a fucking idiot. Of course it's gonna be in the back. Okay, so it's just the whole ass leaf spring. Gotcha. Get out of here. I've colored a mech with that before, but it wasn't the only color. Yeah, I'm sure you could make it work with other things going on. Spring plate. I would probably take the wheel off before doing this, but that's just me. Like, theoretically, I guess once it's off the ground, leaf springs, you can... They're pretty easy to work with. Spring plate, spring, and bushing. Wait, which bushing? Rubber bushing. Just generic rubber bushing? Which one? What the... Okay. That seems kind of random, but alright. Sometimes the bushings just be old. Alright. What is... What's glowing over there? Oh, I guess this is the car wash area. Is it glowing because it's new? Hello. Interior detailing toolkit. Okay. Okay, well, anyways. Leaf. We need a leaf spring and a plate. Bush. Me something something Mewinbrook. Did I buy the right one? Okay, cool. There we go. One shiny new leaf spring coming up. Leaf springs are honestly pretty fascinating in how simple they are. It's just a bunch of slabs of metal that you stack on top of each other, and as the car sits on it, it bends and it wants to be straight, so it's a lifting force. And you have them stacked together like this so that the rebound effect is the strongest at the center. I don't know how they figured that out, but it's like elegant in its simplicity. All right. I believe that's everything. Yup. Thank you. A beamer? Don't mind if I do. Car wash ain't gonna help this thing. I feel like I'm losing money. These motherfuckers are not paying me what the damn repairs are worth. I need some bigger jobs to come in, man. Okay, I was not expecting this to be the same repairs as the Dodge Ram, but okay. You remember this really over-the-top isekai you read where the guy wanted to put leaf springs on carriages? Honestly, probably a genius idea. Because they're simple enough that you could put it on a carriage. Oh, these are like half leaf springs. Okay. There's our bushing, there's our fucked up spring plate. Is that it? You need a bushing, spring plate? Ah, the U-bolt's also bad. It sure is. Get that shit out of here. If only it was that easy to take out every rusted bolt. Just a little dab of WD-40 will do you. They need the damn blowtorch for that. You were the shitty one. Oh, we're taking out... What else are we taking out? What? Oh, it takes the whole unit out. Okay. I thought we were just taking out, you know, the bushing. That's like the whole fucking control arm. Wait. Ah, okay. It was the whole control arm. This stuff just... It's just I had to take it all out at once. Okay. That makes sense. Bushing. and then leaf, a spring plate, and a U-joint. Don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. Yeah. I feel like, theoretically, there is nothing stopping you from doing that. It may just be... It may just not be worth it, depending on the level of complexity required. Because by the time leaf springs were invented, you already had cars. And everything. Good to go. All of this for 47 credits. Bro, I'm gonna be broke forever. I'm gonna be broke forever because I'm never gonna find out what the fuck is wrong with this car. Battery charger, welder, window tin? I don't think that's gonna... Okay, once I get 3,000 credits, we'll get the battery charger. We'll see if that has anything to do with fucking anything. Holy. Yeah, get that thing in here. CMS-11, not a bad choice. Thank you. Welcome in. Unknown Soul 078. Nice name. How's the start of your week so far? Bro, what? Come on. You have a beautiful, legally distinct Koenigsegg. You got the mismatched bumper and door. What are you doing, man? Absolute disservice to the vehicle. Also, it could use a wash. The paint's looking good, but the windows are a little grimy. What are you doing to your fucking car, man? Brake, coolant, steering, windshield. Yeah, you want the windshield washer fluid drained? Okay, dude. Sorry, this is very practical. I just think it's very funny that you don't see the reservoir. It's just the little cap. You must have filled your washer fluid with the wrong thing to be asking for it to be drained when it's full like that. Either that or this thing's been a garage princess for like 5 years, and you're just now taking it back out. When does this game let you piss on a Cybertruck? I mean, I guess you could kinda if you bring it to the car wash. Also, imagine filling this up and just spilling windshield washer fluid all over this nice suede interior. That's gotta feel great. And it, from the looks of these stains, it looks like they already did. See, now this is how you do it. Bring that fuck-ass fake Audi back in so they can see it. Bring that fuck-ass fake Corvette back in here so they can see how you do a goddamn trunk cover for a rear-engine vehicle. Look at this. Look at how much room I've got to work with. This is beautiful, man. See, Koenigsegg knows how to do it. They know what they're goddamn doing over there. Power steering, which we want to drain. Don't forget to drain. Thank you for the Maxwell. this reminds me a lot of the, oh boy. Of course, you have one, you must get the other. Where's the fill line on this thing? Well, coolant, I guess you just fill. Guess these are a set now. Yeah, I was gonna say, this setup kind of reminds me of the Supra. It was similar in that, like, it was like this, but in the front. The hood would come up and it had these, like, flat black segments on the sides, and that's where your coolant and your... For me, it was, I believe, the coolant and the washer fluid instead of the power steering. But they were in these segments like this as well. That brings me back. Let's see. Coolant, power steering. I'm looking for brake fluid. Where's that at? There's your ECU. Fuse box. Where's the brake fluid on this thing? There's a battery. Now, yeah, that's a more logical place to put the battery. Where's the... You'd think it would be near the engine. Oh, it's got the side rail fuel tanks like a fucking helicopter. ECU, fuse box, power steering. Wait. Huh? It's... Oh, do I have to go under the car? Alright, let's get you in the air. Apparently that's where the brake fluid is. Okay. What are you talking? How? How? How am I supposed to click on it? Do I need to do it from the interior? No fucking way I have to take off the windshield. I don't believe you. I have to click on... What do you mean accessible from the engine bay? No way I have to take the front bumper off. What are you talking about? It's not accessible from the engine bay, I promise. I have to click on the windshield wiper fluid to get to the brake fluid? What? Okay. I feel like this is not realistic, but it is a realistic representation of how asinine the process must be to get to the brake fluid in this vehicle based on where it's placed. Like, it wouldn't necessarily be by going through the windshield washer reservoir, but you would probably have to do some absolute horse shit to get to this thing. But that's European cars for you. Alright, I'd be mad as hell if I was actually working on this car and in a desperate panic, I took off the front windshield and the front bumper. only to realize I did not need to do that, and now I have the fun task of putting them back on. Thankfully, in this game, it's a very simple process. Okay, so these are all done. I'm curious. Right now, I'm getting 200 credits for this. What if I... What if I move you to the car wash and we give you a nice clean? Will I get more money for cleaning the car? Car wash. Yeah. Yay! Why do the windows still look like shit? Okay. I guess the windows are grimy because they're damaged and not because they're just dirty. Sure, whatever. Nope, I still get 200. Okay, so I guess I'm only washing cars if people ask for it. Off to safe light. Yep. I mean, hey, if they didn't want it replaced, let me see what comes in after this Super Duty. It's only got like a minute. Ah, fuck it. Bring the Challenger in. Ooh. Very classy orange. Looks fantastic on the Charger. Alright, what are we doing on this bad boy? Fluids, all the fluids. Drain all the fluids. Gotcha. It's just been fucking replacing fluids for an hour, bro. Power steering. Yay for simplified tasks. Simplified tasks is nice, but man, I need some fucking cash, dude. I need some bigger jobs to come in. Brake fluid and what else? Is it oil? Coolant. Right. I don't like these old school radiators because you can't see how much they have in them. So you just fill her until she's full, and that is a much less fun process IRL. Thankfully, in the game, there's no consequence for just spilling fluids all over the place. Right. Brakes. Huh? I didn't want to do that. Put that back. I just want to take the cap off, dude. Relax. Oh, great. Thank you for obscuring my view of how high I need to fill this. That should be good. That's like perfect, probably. Car's snoot is fucking long. Yeah, it's gotta fit this big-ass engine, bro. And the battering ram that they've attached to the front. Alright. Get out of here. Yeah, get that in here. Get the Lambo. Yay, it's more fleet mechanic time. This is like a Dubai color scheme. He accidentally the tank. I'm surprised I didn't get penalized for taking out the the brake reservoir because it still had fluid in it. And now this car should get the fluid bukkake. Let's see. What do they actually need? Tie rod end, front sway bar B, and shock absorber. Alright, this motherfucker is getting airborne. You're getting uppies. Quite the looker, I will say. Alright. What's fucked up? That's 1. That's 2. Where is number 3? It's in here somewhere. Ah, there you are. Alright. Wheels gotta come off for sway bars. Welcome in, idea. Happy Monday. Hopefully your Monday was not a heavy day. I know, that's what I meant. I just didn't want to say it so obviously like a pun. I thought it, you know, I didn't want to be like wink wonk heavy day. This goofy tie rod. Oh right, wheels gotta come off. Only heavy day is the chonk you got? Good. It's all in the ass. No, it's accurate. It's all in the ass. I got dumpy for days, dude. Hang on. Outer tie rod, sway bar, wishbone, shock absorber. It's at like 59%, bro. Oh, I guess there's probably like one thing in here that's like giga fucked up that's bringing the average down. Alright. Separate. Oh, yep, there sure is. I can see it from here. That thing's rusted to hell. Tie rod. Outer tie rod. Wishbone shock. Is it rear? Is it... No, it's just regular. And then front sway bar B. Alright. Put these bad boys back together. Yeah, how's your Monday coming along? Wait, did I not need to take the wheel off to get the sway link? I've had to do that on other cars. Like, I guess it's just more readily accessible on this one. And to be fair, I can see you do definitely have more room to work with. That's the benefit of having that nice wide wheelbase. I guess that's not wheelbase. That's track width, I believe that's what that's called. How far away the wheels are horizontally. I think that's everything. Yeah, all right. $250 for that. Where's the Lamborghini tax, bro? Holy. This gives me bonus XP. Get the Zonda in here. I would be so afraid to work on this car. It is alien technology in here. What do you need? Oh, wow. Your brakes are fucking shot, huh? Alright. There's definitely nothing in here. Everything's gonna be in the back. What do you mean it doesn't hinge? It just comes off? Okay, I mean, hell, that makes things easier to work with. God, it's just all here. There you are. ABS module. Gundam Battle Record 81 is nice, but also brutal. I forget which one that one is. Is that one of the 2D fighters? The name definitely rings a bell. But I feel like all the 3D ones have verses in the name. This module, and then we can put that back on. What else is in my inventory? I would have sent this motherfucker out without their tail lights. Weird that it automatically removed them, but it did not automatically replace them. It's on PS3. It so rings a bell, but I do not remember anything about it. Okay, that one's fucked. That one is surprisingly fine. That one's fucked. That one's fucked. Okay. So, front driver is good. Everything else needs to go. I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe that Zonda rims are a regular 5-star lug pattern for a goddamn second. This thing would have like 20 lug nuts. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I must have been clicking on the brake pad by accident. Your friend calls it Crossfire Apology Edition. Oh, interesting. I may have to check that out. If it's just better Crossfire, because I already was not a Crossfire hater. So, all the better. We were watching someone play the game recently. In offline mode, you have 2 AI pilots. Ooh. I love that. Do they want the... Do they want this brake disc taken care of? No, there's like one brake disc they need changed. Oh, one brake disc and one brake disc ventilated. And one was like already giga fucked up. We'll see, we'll see. Post game, you're a merc. That's fun. Okay, I guess they do want it taken out because the other brake discs look completely fine. Three calipers and 2 discs. Three calipers. 2 discs. All right. Two, 3. A disc and a ventilated disc. Look at how close these lug nuts are to the, like, the dish walls. That, I would be so scared to put sockets on this, because they would definitely, you would have to get ultra thin sockets to not scuff up the rim to shit. And those would probably fucking... like flake off or warp after doing one wheel with how thin they need to be. That would be a nightmare, dude. I don't want to work on this fuck ass car. All right. I believe that's everything. Hey, there's the big money. What do you mean front wheel sizes? Oh no! It has fucking staggered wheels. Shit. This is a rear rim. Fuck. Ah, shit. I hope I don't get a fucking pay cut for that blunder. This one should be good. I don't think we took this one off. Yeah, that's a front. I didn't have that happen. We haven't had a car come in yet that has staggered wheel sizes. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we want to put the rear on. Front on front. Haven't seen a car with different wheel sizes outside of some parody rally cars. Normally, it's a very subtle difference. But there would just be... Usually, the rear wheels would just be slightly bigger so you can get more rubber for performance. Alright. We're good. For real this time. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Battery tester. Flat batteries can be recharged here. Okay, I don't think the battery's flat. Right? You're good. I don't know what else there is to examine. Everything has been examined. I mean, I can see that this is not colored in. Let's get you in the air. Why did my Eagle Vision not, like, catch whatever this is? I mean, it's in good condition. So, fuck it. Back on you go. Okay, but what about this one? That one, I mean, that one's also alright. The actual spring itself... That looks alright. That looks alright. These, like, bushings I could check. No, I think I just have to look this up. I don't know what I'm missing, dude. I've tried pretty much everything. Let me see. Car mechanic simulator 2021 Griffin Tyro story mission. The brake discs and brake pads. Hang on. I did brake pads. Oh my god, you can see that it's fucked. What do you mean it doesn't check the brakes when you inspect the suspension? Okay. Fair enough. I should have just manually looked at the brakes with my eyes instead of just trying to do analysis mode. But I thought analysis mode would catch that. Also, I'm pretty sure I did take all of the wheels off of this car. I don't know how I didn't notice that these looked this bad. Can't fucking believe this shit. Alright, let's get the other one off. Suppose detective mode isn't omnipotent. I suppose not. Valuable lesson learned. Can't rely on diagnostics too much. Sometimes you just gotta use your goddamn eyes. Alright, 2 ventilateds. And brake pads. I had a sneaking suspicion that it was going to be something annoyingly simple. Because it's the second story mission. There's no way they would be throwing you, like, a curveball this early in the game. So I was like, it's gonna be something dumb that I just missed somehow. And sure enough... Ah, well, I am glad we figured it out eventually. Would have been very annoying to, like, end the stream with the mystery unsolved. Okay. Get the fuck out of my shop. God. I never want to see another goddamn Mini Cooper. One more. What do you need, actually? Holy shit, you need a lot of stuff. Nah, we're already almost an hour over. Let me get another electric car in here, sure. All right. I'll be taking care of these cars in my own time. It's time to raid out so I can go eat mode. Hey. Let's see who's on that I can send y'all over to. Thanks for stream, thank you. Oh, Mothman's on. Let's go. As always, I like to support smaller streamers, so if you come with me on this raid, man, it'd be nice. You can be little gremlin bastards if you want, but be nice about it. And most importantly, give the streamer a chance to shine, give them a chance to show their stuff. And until Thursday, where we're going to do something, and maybe sooner than that, if I feel like streaming more of my Blender adventure. Until then, thank you, Brooke, thank you, Foul, thank you, Jade. Thank you, Idea. Thank you, Monster. Thank you, Mino. Thank you, McVin. Thank you, Unknown Soul 078. Thank you, Sky. That is as far back as chat goes. If I miss anybody, I do apologize. But again, until Thursday, or maybe earlier, depending on how I'm feeling, same time, same place, I will see you all next time.